John Boyega. I've been talking about the documentary on Apple TV Plus, number one on the call sheet, and you're going to be hearing lots of stories as people continue to take in the content about things that different actors and actresses had to endure trying to do this thing called Hollywood. So we're going to get into his thoughts once again, and I have a question to ask in relation to it. Now, I keep talking about number one on the call sheet because it's full of our favorites and it really is well put together. And like I said, you're going to continue to hear stories come out from it because we it's rare that we get this level of honesty about the business from a collective group of black actors and actresses that are, established and really setting the tone. So, John Boyega, he's been vocal about Star Wars and his experience. He previously called out Disney, I think it was in 2020, for sidelining his character, right? But he has still admitted that being in The Force Awakens was a career defining moment, right? He said that playing Finn in Star Wars The Force Awakens, it showed him how fans react when black actors take leading roles. He says they're okay with us playing the best friend, but once we touch their heroes, once we lead, once we trailblaze, it's like, oh my God, it's just a bit too much. They're pandering. I mean, could they really do it? I also find it so interesting that when you're talking about Star Wars, like outer space, space creatures, how can you say what race someone would be when we're literally talking about aliens? Like, I don't get that, but that's how it is. He went on to explain a little further. He said that the online harassment he received was racist and toxic, and that he said Star Wars always had a vibe of being in the most whitest elite space. It's a franchise that's so white that a black person existing in it was something. You can always tell it's something when Star Wars fans try to say, well, we had Lando Calrissian and Samuel L. Jackson. It's like telling me how many cookie chips are in cookie dough. It's like they're just scattered that in there, bro. It's not the real thing. They're okay with us playing the best friend once we touch their heroes, da 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 da. Gabrielle Union, in the female version of this documentary, because there is one with male actors, one with female actors, she expressed the same thing about how they were fine with her being the sassy black friend, the friend that didn't do too much. She talked about her early work in films like She's All That, 10 Things I Hate About You, and everybody's favorite. Why did I just forget the name of the one with the clovers? And it's the Bring It On. Is it Bring It On? Yeah. It's already been brought, homie. Anyway, she expressed how because of her looks not being what conventional beauty that Hollywood considers, it also was a thing. They thought that she said she felt that they thought she was just attractive enough not to detract from whoever the main white star was, you know? And so John went on to say that even though this was a fundamental moment in his career, right? He said that he felt that Disney knew what to do with Daisy. They knew what to do with Adam, who were other leads in the franchise, the reboot, the second half of it. But when it came to Kelly Marie Tran, when it came to John Boyega, it was bump all that. So what do you want me to say? What they want you to say is, I enjoyed being part of it. It was a great experience. Nah, I'll take that deal when it's a great experience. They gave it all and gave all the nuance to Adam. They gave all the nuance to Daisy. Let's be honest. Daisy knows this. Adam knows this. Everybody knows this. I'm not exposing anything. And, I appreciate the rawness and the realness of John. I appreciate that he continues speaking out about it. Morris Phillips in the chat says, didn't Morgan Freeman play the role of the United States president in Star Wars? Not in Star Wars. Listen, the thing I think that he is emphasizing is that, Not that we need it, but we've never had a black Superman until Black Panther, really, outside of Blank Man and what was Handyman from Damon Wayans. We really didn't have a great deal of black superheroes. Even Black Lightning got a lot of pushback. So I think Andy mentioned this before. He would like to see someone like Tyler Perry or one of those that has a studio, make another superhero program or something of that nature that involves black people. I think that the problem is we obviously show up for all of this stuff, but these are the small things, the subtle things that continue to show why DEI was important, why it is important that we continue to tell our own stories, and why we should expand out. Listen, I love a murder, murder, kill, kill thing. Power is my jam. I'm on Raising Canaan right now. Like all of those things. But we could have some more series that surround us that are about sci fi involving us, not just one character, but created by us as a whole. I would love to see it. I think that there's an audience definitely there for it. Initially, when John Boyega spoke out about this, it wasn't at a time when he was necessarily in a safe space in 2020. We've heard Viola Davis talk about her struggles. I think that we have heard about it, but there is the delicate balance of it sounding like you are complaining and whining when you are in a career that a lot of people would kill for, and it's hard for everybody to make it as far as entertainment goes. So sometimes some people think that it's whining or sour grapes or they're just crying and expressing things. But I don't think it's that they're being silent. I think that we have bigger platforms and greater areas to express ourselves to keep reiterating the stories. Obviously, we know what the solution, well, maybe not the solution, but we know what one of the solutions is. We create our own productions. We create our own projects so that we can continue to see us in different roles, different lights. But the other side of that is, as consumers, we got to watch these different type of series, different types of shows, because that is how we show that we want to see all different types of things, not just in lip service but in action.